Hello, good people. Thanks for joining me again. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Ann, and on my channel, I review foreign shows. You know what I usually say, right? We travel around the world sitting on our couches. How fun is that? You never know which country we're gonna end up next. Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Ann, and on my channel, I review foreign international content. I like to say, if you've been here, you know I like to say, you never know which country we're gonna land next. Last time we're in South Korea, and today we're back in Africa, motherland, and to be specific, West Africa, Nigeria, and I'm here to review a Nollywood movie. They call them Nollywood movies, you know, like a play off of Bollywood, Nollywood, get it? But anyway, wow, what an excellent movie. It's on Netflix, just dropped this past Friday. It's called Swallow, and wow, I feel like they addressed so many issues that obviously plague Africa. We love Africa, but we know like poverty is an issue, corruption is an issue. They also discussed about sexual harassment, and then obviously it's called Swallow because they're talking about drug trafficking, where girls take drugs, you swallow, you get on a plane, and in hopes that once you get to whatever country you're going to bring them to, you go to the bathroom and the drugs come out, and that's how you smuggle. And obviously we know how dangerous that can be. So really it explores the story of these two girls who are Nigerian. I thought both actresses did a fantastic job. I really loved it. Where we're told about they both come from very poor backgrounds. And obviously they come to the city in Lagos. They work like secretaries in this company, and let's just say they're making peanuts. And then obviously we're introduced to the fact that where they work in this office, there's this boss who is like disgusting, right? Disgusting, just a predator. Likes this young, good-looking girls, and really he is sexually harassing them, touching them when they don't want to, and it's just gross. So her friend is like, I can't take it anymore. So she gets into it with him and quits the job. And when she quits the job, obviously she's desperate, like, what am I gonna do with my life, right? And then it so happens that she gets to take her position and has to go work for that crappy boss. And same thing is happening. And I have to say, by the way, she went and reported that this is happening to her. First of all, the guy who takes the report is like, oh, you're gonna have to type this up again. Like the amount of red tape they have to go through, right? And then he ends up not even submitting it. And then when she goes to HR to even report what's happening to her, you meet a woman. You'd think, I'm a woman, you're a woman, so you would know what it feels like if you've been in that situation. And she's older than her. And she starts to chastise her to say, you young people nowadays, you always complain about every little thing. Instead of being her ally and saying, wow, because I bet that older lady has also been through this situation if she's been in that company long enough. And instead of being her confidant or even like helping her, she first chastises her, like, almost like you brought this on yourself, and maybe that you guys are weak and can't take it more like maybe they did. And I get it. I get both situations. I bet you the older lady is like, I didn't create the game. I just get along with the game, right? This is what it takes to keep a job, and this is what I have to do. Does it mean that she is right? No, she doesn't. But I think she's also like just resolved to, this is what happens and this is what we have to deal with. Because when I don't know if you remember, but that part where she says to her, okay, I'll check into it. I felt like she just said that to appease her, but I don't think she was gonna do anything. I think we all know nothing was gonna happen there. And that's gotta be very frustrating. So it explains why it takes them to the lengths that they go to make money, just because poverty is huge and corruption is huge, and obviously sexism is also huge, also happening. So when her friend quits the job, and she finds this friend of hers who offers her the job. Look, I'll tell you, you can make a lot of money. Something like, I guess you can make like $1,500. You swallow the pills or whatever drugs it is, and then you fly out there, drop it off, and come back. Now, $1,500 a lot of money in Africa, right? So you can see. And then I loved how she talked about poverty, like, the curse is poverty. Like, nobody wants to be poor. Like, what are we supposed to do? Go back to the village where our families are struggling? Like, there's no out. Like, I really felt they did an excellent job of portraying the desperation that comes with poverty and then corruption. And what's worse is that the people who are more corrupt keep climbing the ladder. The ones who are trying to do the right thing are not, So I can see how you're just almost like, pulled to go do the wrong thing, even if you don't want to. And then obviously we know the dangers, First of all, the way they had to practice to swallow, oh my God. Like, wow, like so scary. And then obviously you have to keep watching. I don't want to, spoil the movie, but, it goes to show also how, dangerous that can be, because listen, they make you swallow the drugs, but you can never know how your body is going to digest that, right? And so what if the drugs get absorbed in your body before you reach where you're supposed to go? You could die, right? So it's scary. I know people have heard, this has been done before, but how scary. And think about the lengths where you have to be mentally to take the risk. Like, I could die, but I'm willing to do this drugs. And I just love how, we come through full circle as far as, she, once she's working in the same company and she's being treated the same. People are gossiping. That one woman who would gossip, oh my gosh, she's the worst. Like, telling everybody else business and then almost not even a support. So annoying. And then there was the other guy she worked with who was a Christian fanatic. Oh my gosh. And when she told him, like, your pastor is just taking your money, but I know you don't want to listen to me right now, but like the amount of how sometimes even at church you can't be safe. Even there's predators. Like, it's just, they really addressed a lot of issues, that go. But I loved how the movie ended. And obviously now she has a decision, because what happens is her friend is trying to recruit her to also join the business of swallowing these drugs for transportation, to get rich, really. And obviously now she's at a crossroad and she has to decide what she has to do. But all in all, I have to say, what a fantastic movie. Good job, Nollywood, Nigeria. It was just, I love the filmography, was very well done. I love the shots of, like, small villages. I love that they spoke in their native language. So it does have some subtitles, and then they do that, I think they call it Pidgin English was in there. It was so authentic. I felt like you were in Nigeria, right? It was so beautifully done. And I guess it was in the 1980s where this was happening, I guess, a lot. So that's where it's based off. And they had them wearing wigs. I have to say, the wigs, though. The wigs were a little kind of crazy, especially the one guy, the Christian guy. The wig was like, oh my God, that's a pretty bad looking wig. But I have to say, what a fantastic, fantastic movie. Please do yourself a favor and watch it. It's on Netflix. It just dropped, like I said, this Friday, October 1st. Just excellent, excellent movie. I love movies that talk about the human struggle, the education. So when you leave that, you have your worldview is opened up. It'll help you understand why some people go to different lengths to do things where you'd be like, oh my God, they're so bad. But you have to find out why. What made them get to where they're at, right? Is really what they're trying to address. And I also feel like, it takes one person to complain about something and hopefully in the future there's change. Like for example, the sexual harassment at work. Really, if more women stood up, after a while, it's gonna go away. Now, is it gonna take a while? For sure it will. But I just love that they really had a lot of issues discussed. I believe it's based on a book, and I have to say it was very well done. Excellent movie. Thank you so much for joining me. If you love my video, please do give me a like, subscribe. It does support my channel, and I'll see you again when I'm reviewing another excellent foreign international show. Deuces.